Hello Linux lovers, my name's Wimpy, welcome to my world. I'm just chuckling at the game that plays during the intro there. It looks like that might be a popular addition. I blatantly stole that idea from Yannick. I saw Yannick have that on his stream ages ago and was trying to think of a way to squeeze it into mine. And there we go. I thought, whilst we're all waiting for the adverts to run and all of that nonsense at the beginning, gives us something to do. Hello Paul, hello, welcome. Welcome back even. Hello Phil and Graham and Diogo.
Thank you for subscribing. P1NK underscore is underscore pretty.
That's right, get all your channel point redemptions out now. Come on then, let's see the worst you can do. This one is interesting. I've noticed when that one runs, it genuinely actually interferes with the camera. Somebody triggered it the other night and the actual no signal came from the camera. I think it's because the camera power supply is next to one of the Hue light switches that I use to do all of the lighting effects, and I think it interferes.
Thanks for the resub, Bench Camo.
Thank you very much. Thanks very much for the resub. That's very kind. Also, the main advantage of using your Amazon Prime is, of course, that you don't get any ads. So, you know, if you've got that going... I haven't started thinking yet. Who did that? Our podcast. Hello, Eric. How you doing? So yeah, haven't started thinking. Hopefully, this is going to be fairly chilled out this evening. So what are we going to be doing? Hacktoberfest is underway. That started on Monday. So is it now Wednesday? Last week I spent an hour one evening going around all of my projects, making sure I'd got all of the appropriate tags in the issue trackers and the topics to advertise that my projects are in a Hacktoberfest. Because last year, although technically any project was part of Hacktoberfest, it was really QuickEmu that was kind of the focus. So I've made sure everything's set up and ready to go. And in a couple of days, let's say Friday, I've got an idea specifically for deb-get over this Hacktoberfest window. So on Friday, I'm going to pitch my idea, get some feedback from those of you that are here, and sort of frame that. And then the following Monday, actually sort of kick that. It's not going to be a proper event, I don't think, but it's definitely going to be, you know, something deb-get related over the Hacktoberfest window to help promote deb-get. So hello, Pink is Pretty. I'm glad you're liking the Linux Downtime podcast. We were supposed to be recording that last night, but we didn't. So there's interesting. So I think I've got a chat command for this. So podcast, does that do it? There we go. That's the podcast that I'm now doing with my friend Joe and Gary, who was in chat on this stream. He's RW_Grim, I think. Let's try that. So he streams here as well, and he's the lead developer of Pidgin. So it's someone you might want to consider following over here, doing similar stuff. What on earth is a Chelsea cucumber? A Chelsea cucumber. Who wants to show Graham what a Chelsea cucumber is? I could trigger it myself, but why would I? I know someone out there's got enough channel points to do it. There we go. This is the Chelsea cucumber, and specifically, I can't remember what the code is. Is it 87A something? Yannick, what's the hex value? Chelsea cucumber is the name of the colour green that's the accent colour in Ubuntu Mate. So if you look up in a colour chart that colour accent that we use, its name is Chelsea cucumber. So Yannick is using the chat part again as well. There we go. The cucumber code needs to be added to the bot. Oh, it does actually. It does. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. I'm just going to open up my little note. I keep notes of good ideas for adding to the stream, Danny. I'm going to do that now. Code bot. There we go. That's in my notes. It won't get forgotten now. Right then, there we go. And Yannick's actually been a human bot for us. Oh, and Paul as well. Yes, Paul makes a good point. Paul actually created the Chelsea Cucumber mocktail about a year or so ago, I think. Have you got a link to that? Is it still on your blog? If it is, feel free to paste a link to that. Maybe we'll add that to the bot as well. We can have a Chelsea Cucumber chat command that can tell us the code, the mocktail, and the origin. There we go. That's what we'll do. And maybe even we'll have it run the thing as well, if I do it. There we go. That seems reasonable. Hello, Padsa. Welcome back. So, yeah. So, Hacktoberfest is underway. I thought, as I've set everything up, I'd pop round all of my projects and see if there are any pull requests outstanding that I can get merged in and qualify people for Hacktoberfest contributions, just as a way to sort of make it clear that I'm doing Hacktoberfest. I think that deb-get has got a big rework underway at the moment that Nathan's working on, and I haven't actually looked to see how that's coming along yet, but that will be an epic update to deb-get when that lands. So let's remember how we do this. So the Hacktoberfest website is hacktoberfest.com, and you can enroll or register using your GitHub or GitLab account. And it tells me here I am 0 for 4 here, but I did get this holo pin badge, which I haven't actually looked in my email for yet, but you get one of those. So what I'm going to do is this bit. As a project maintainer, I'm going to go and look for pull requests to see what might be ready. And our podcast has okay, I'll just deal with a couple of questions here. So Yannick says don't go breaking the API. No, we're not breaking the API. What we're doing is, I say we, it's something I've discussed with Nathan, but he appears to be doing all of the work, is moving all of the application configuration into their own files, because when it started off, having a monolithic shell script was fine for speed and agility, but actually it's been almost impossible to merge new applications to deb-get because they always conflict with one another. So we're splitting them out into their own configuration area so they can be discreetly managed. And as Yannick points out, he has Deborah, which you can deb-get install Deborah, which is a front end for deb-get. And our podcast is, thanks Eric, thank you and you're welcome, says thanks for QuickMU and QuickMU GUI. We'll go and look at both of those because I did add the necessary tags to the Quick GUI repositories as well. I even did a bit of cleanup in the issue tracker over there whilst I was doing this the other day. So we'll have a look at both of those, see if there's any merge proposals that are outstanding. There are definitely pull requests, but I think Yannick might be the better person to assess their applicability. Time for us to enter the scene. Okay, right then. I am going to dive in. So let's get cracking. So if you've not signed up yet, come to Hacktoberfest. Use your GitHub or GitLab account to get going. That's a bit of a weird effect, isn't it? Why do I go like Baby Hulk when I hover over that? What happens if I click it? Anything? No. Okay. Oh my gosh. I forget that I have these lighting effects here. Who was that? Eric. Oh, you surprised me. So this is my under the sea lighting effect to go with the Git Kraken. Oh, and there's the fire as well. God crikey, it's all going on. Oh, Git Kraken. Right then. So let's go. We'll go through my Wimpy's World stuff to start with. Then we'll head over to the QuickEmu project, and then you lot just can't help yourselves. I'm glad you're having fun. Then we'll head over to Ubuntu Mate and see if there's anything there that needs merging in. Right then. Right, okay, let's start at the top. So, OBS Studio Portable is my newest project. Oh, we've got an issue. Oh my gosh. Interference. Disturbance in the force. I like this one. I like this one a lot. So, apparently we have an issue. This is interesting. Typo or missing text. Okay. It abruptly ends with oh right, okay, well we'll have to look at, maybe I'll tell you what. So on line 15 what we could do is I could make my first qualifying pull request by fixing whatever this oversight is. So on line 15 of the readme it abruptly ends apparently. Let's have a look. How do can I do it like that? Line 15. I tell you what, let's get the issue up and I'll open it up in a code editor. So, typo or missing text in readme. I've probably accidentally deleted something, haven't I? Okay, so let's go and bring up Git Kraken. Now would be the time. What have I got outstanding here? Oh, that wasn't supposed to be there. Right, let's let's create a new branch here and readme typo. So I think it puts my referral code in when it does this as well. So I do like Git Kraken. I think it's fantastic. And if you like it, then use my referral code, because I think a couple of years ago I got like $100 Amazon voucher or something, which was a nice surprise. Right, let's take a look. Line 15. Within the same directory as OBS. Execute. Oh, here we go. Yes, it should be. And configuration, shouldn't it? I think the OBS Studio executables plugins. Yes. Yes, that's better. There we go. So we'll save that. This we don't need to do. Don't save that. I don't know what that is, but we'll close it. Okay, let's go and look at this. This is issue number 1, no less. How exciting. So we will stage this. We will say correct typo in the readme. Close issue 1. Do that thing. I see there's some chat activity. I will just check in with what that is in just a moment. Then we'll right click on this and say push and start pull request. There we go. Very good. Pushed, and here we go. So we're going to lob that in this project, into main. I don't need to do anything. I could add my... Nathan's the only reviewer on that org at the moment. And create the pull request. There we go. So this is a good example of like how Hacktoberfest works. So I should have a pull request here, and as the maintainer I can now label this as documentation, but then also Hacktoberfest accepted, and this is the tag that, providing merge or pull requests have been merged and they have that tag attributed to them, it should count toward, you should get counted towards your Hacktoberfest contributions for that cycle. Now I see there was a few things in chat. I'm just releasing the Kraken again. Look at his little arms. So Eric says the day job, gosh, why is it so, there we go. So Eric says the day job won't let me install Git Kraken on our Linux cluster, but I run it on my personal machines. And if you like to do everything in like your code editor, if you're using Visual Studio Code, then Git Lens is very good as well. But I prefer to, I find having all of that context sensitive stuff in my code editor regarding Git history very distracting, and it breaks my flow. So I really like to move all of that out into a separate app. Hello Margaretine, is that how I'm pronouncing that? You're asking, is Git Kraken used as a code editor or strictly to manage Git repos? Yes, it's strictly a Git management tool. So I don't do any code management with this. But what you can do is, when you're looking at you know, your commit history and you have a readme, you can right click here and open it in your code editor or whatever your visual diff tool is. So I just use this for managing Git, and as you may have just seen, that interaction when I want to create a branch and I want to push that as a pull request, it has all the API integration with GitHub, GitLab, Atlassian, and several others. So you can do a lot of the sort of Git workflow all in this one place, which is why I find it so useful. It's great for doing solo peer review as well. You know, I hack away on a bunch of stuff, and then I can use this to actually, you know, look at what I've done and even submit things as hunks rather than, you know, everything all being deposited in one place. Hello Super Bobface, welcome to the stream. Oh right, yes, so Diogo's here. Hello Diogo. So Diogo says, yesterday while we were reviewing contributions to UB ports we had similar questions. My take is that if there are several contributions at different levels. So this is part of a different conversation. I think I've stepped into the middle of a conversation. Whoops. Sorry, I can't track everything. I'm a bit slow on the uptake. Okay, so Margaretine, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, I hope that was useful. Yeah, give it a try. It's good stuff. It's free to try, you know, on a personal basis. Like, there are some limitations. You can, if you're using it just for open source contributions, you know, it's fine. But I do pay for it. It's not very much. I can't remember what it is, but I get so much value from it. I get the thing in there. And hello little trucker man, welcome to the stream. So that's our first pull request. So I've labeled it. I should probably approve this. In fact, I'm just going to YOLO it as soon as though I did it. So I'm going to merge that one. Cancel. I don't want to merge. I want to rebase. So we'll rebase that. and delete the branch. And there we go. Score 1 for the good guys. Fixed a bug, and I wonder how quickly these things update. Bet not very fast. Yeah, let's check back on this at the end and see if any of this stuff gets updated. So there we go. That's how it works. That's my workflow in terms of when I will be looking at pull requests, is attributing that Hacktoberfest accepted tag to them. This did get me in quite good habits in October last year, because I was creating branches and pull requests for everything in my own projects, and then immediately fell out of the habit of doing that because, you know, magic internet points were making me do it. Right, let's move on to the next project then. So this is deb-get, so I'll be interested to see what's going on in here. I probably need to go and review. So this is still draft, and I think it might be because I have an unanswered, there's a discussion going on in a different ticket. So this is from 2 weeks ago. So I'm reluctant to merge anything in this because lots of people are submitting these apps, and well, we're gonna bust it all, aren't we? Maybe I will accept them because then it's on us to actually migrate them. But somewhere in here is an issue which is break up the configuration. And I haven't actually memorized the issue number. Support external repositories. Here we go. So we were discussing this here, and it looks like there's a couple of responses since I last wrote on this. I think I'll deal with this. I want to give this some proper consideration, so I'll read this after the fact. Let's see if there's anything here we can merge. I mean, like I say, it doesn't take long before you merge a few of these, and then they all conflict with one another. So let's see what we've got. Add list of packages, no relevant commands. Add a draft man page. Ooh, Phil, get you. Okay, well that sounds interesting. I'd like to get that. It's not going to upset anything. So let's have a look. What have we got here? Okay. Merging's blocked because it's pending review. Okay, well that's fine. Let's go and have a look at what's changed here. So we've got, is this a submodule, Phil? Is that what you've, or is it actually added to the repo directly this time? I don't mind which it is, by the way. I'm just curious. Okay, well, I think Phil's going to get a merge here. Nice one, Phil. Thank you. So I just see there's some other bits here. So Little Trucker Man. Oh, hello. So you've just said here, has dropped in to say that they were just going to write down how grateful I am for deb-get. It's been an awesome alternative to snaps. Well, thank you. I'm glad that you've got some value from that. It's certainly been a lot of fun creating it and making it. So we will review this. Phil, are you enrolled to Hacktoberfest? Have you done the right thing yet? Because I can wait to do this, so you get your points. Yep. Okay. Good. I wouldn't want to accept one of these and then you miss the attributions in the event. So we've done that. So now we'll come back here and we'll fix some labels to it. So this is documentation and it's Hacktoberfest accepted. There we go. And we'll do a rebase and merge on that. Confirm the rebase and merge. Nice one, Phil. Congratulations. Let's see if there's anything else we can get in there. So there's a whole. I tell you what, this project has been amazing for finding out just how much stuff there is out there for Linux stroke Ubuntu that I didn't have any appreciation for. I didn't know it was out there at all. Print error messages to std error. Okay, that looks like an interesting one. And Nathan is doing fine work here for all of this. Okay, this looks like a good idea. We're gonna totally accept this one. Say approve that. So we'll add these labels here as enhancement and Hacktoberfest. Accepted. Why do I have to click away? There we go. And we'll rebase and merge that one. There we go. Add tabby. What's tabby? Let's go and find out. I think Yannick is angling for attribution here. What have we got? A tabby is an infinitely customizable cross-term. Oh, okay. Is this a fork of Kitty, or is it an alternative to? Oh, what did Phil have to say? Looks like Phil had. Oh, Yannick, it looks like there's something to be followed up on there. Okay, I'll leave you to just cast your eye over that, Yannick. Make deb-get executable. Right, okay, what's this then? So this resolves an issue where deb-get is not seen as executable. Okay, this sounds very useful. Well, that's an obvious yes, we'll have that one. So let's approve that. And we will label it. That's a bug, Hacktoberfest. Get that merged. There we go. Well, if you can figure out what the comments are, Yannick, I'll get that added. At the moment, I'm trying to do the ones that avoid the apps themselves. Oh, what's this? Phil's been up to all sorts here. Catch the breakage of more commands. Fixes 545. I do genuinely love how people fix all of my broken stuff and make it amazing. Oh, okay. So let's take a look at this. Hey Phil, you could exit the evening with all 4 of your Hacktoberfest points. Hello, Luke. How the devil are you? Right, we're going to approve that. Right, and what are we waiting on here? Greetings. Oh, we don't need tests. Ah, okay. That's just, I don't think that's going to rerun, is it? I think we can, the whole point of this one is it's part of the test, so let's rebase and merge that. Confirm that. There we go. Yeah, Phil is an open source superhero, you know, just busy's making stuff much better for everybody. Right then, so that's that one. Oh, crap. I wonder if I can retrospectively do this. I hope so. I hope so. I think I managed to do that last year on ones that I missed. So I think that'll work. Fix a logic error. Okay, well, we'll definitely take a look at this one as well. I tell you what, Phil, as you're in the chat here, can you take a look at this one and do the... Oh, it looks like there's comments. I'll take a look at this one in a minute. Let me know if this one's good to merge or not, because I know you've sort of got a handle on like the documentation flow. And if it is, then maybe we can get that one in, but just let me know. Fix the validate deb. So what have I done here? Oh, right, okay. Okay. That's a bit of an embarrassing oversight on my part, so thank you to Nathan. Nathan's also looking like he's going to come out of this with a couple of things this evening. So that's a bug fix, and it's Hacktoberfest. There we go, and we'll... Oopsie, yeah, indeed. Rebase and merge. Right then, good. So let's have a look and see what else we've got in here. So this one we know is the big one. Add the PPA for Grub Customizer Packer. So as soon as I start adding any of these apps, there is it's almost certain this is going to logjam other things. So what was this one? This was from Phil. Okay, so what have we got here? Resolves 559. Okay, let's see, what's this one? Ah, right. Okay, thank you, Phil, again. So okay, nice, thank you, Phil. Let's get that one in. Well, this is going rather well, isn't it? It was... I don't think... The deb-get didn't exist when we did Hacktoberfest last year, did it? So, no, it's only made this in, like, May or something. So, let's set the labels. So, documentation, Hacktoberfest. And... merge. There we go. Good job. So what's going on with Diddle Dent? They don't acknowledge maintainer activity, so I presume that won't be allowed. What's this, Yannick saying? Does it count if you merge your own PRs? It does. It did last year anyway. I was making my own branches and pull requests and tagging them Hacktoberfest, and that got me my requisite number of things. So it worked last year. So at the moment, I'm not sure if we're going to release a new package today. What I'm doing is doing a round robin of all of my projects for Hacktoberfest to sort of get the momentum going for, you know, getting people their deserved attributions in the event. We might make a new version. I was kind of thinking I'd wait on us completing this, but I think maybe that's another couple of weeks out, so maybe I will do one. So let's have a look here. There are some legitimate bug fixes now though, so maybe I'll do it. Add a description for Deborah. Update the description for Limoji. The readme is not supposed to be updated manually. Okay. Okay, so this one's waiting for a change, it looks like, so I will not be merging that one. So Nathan, who you're seeing in here, is now a admin stroke or maintainer or whatever of this project, because he's been doing so much work on the internals. The greeting workflow seems broken. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? We should look at that. I think at as Hacktoberfest is going, it might be a good month to look at this. I want to better sort of CI CD enable various projects and all the rest of it. Hello Lycan, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. So let's see. Have you sorted your mess out, Yannick? Looks like you've pushed something. Let's have a look. What have we got here? So, also, Phil, we should probably drop the leave the cogified stuff in the README, so people stop updating the README. A terminal for the modern age. Right. Well, this looks correct now. So let's do that. Approve that and label it. Must remember to label things. This is the one of the reasons why I'm doing this, is to sort of get that going. And this is a new package. There we go. There you go, Yannick. You should have a point at some point. Right then. I mean, I wonder how many of these I'm actually going to get away with. Should we start at the bottom and see how many we get through before they... See, this Citrix one I can't test, which is why I've not been doing it. We need a feature before this. We can do that one. We need a way to have deb-get packages dependent on other ones. So, library. Let's see. I don't really want to add this, but is this mergeable? No, it's not. Okay. So I don't think any of these ones have been updated since I requested the changes. Oh, maybe this one is. No, it's not. So I think all of those are going to have the same issue. So optimization of... So this one I think I needed to refactor and add because this was rather cool, but we've trodden on things. Devil rolling. Oh, I see. So this will be... Okay. Right, not that one at the moment. What have we got here? Let's see. A lot of things. Let's see what's actually in the PR. So add this thing. What is Quattro? Open source scientific technical publishing system. Well, there you go. This is a GitHub releases one, so that looks correct. Right, we'll have that. We'll start here and see how we go. So labels, this is a new package and Hacktoberfest. And this one, there we go. So this is the problem. This is a perfect example of the problem that we're facing. Every time now people are adding stuff, we run into this and it gets worse. So whilst I can manually like clean this one up, it just gets worse and worse as it moves on. Is there another? There it is. Do you see how big that was? Because we merged this one from Yannick. So these suddenly beget like unmanageably difficult to deal with, but I understand, yes. And now we will do that and squash and merge this one. Tidy up the history there. So that's why we're reworking the inners of getDeb so that its application configuration is separate from the main script. Hello, Popey. How are you doing again? Nice to see you. How's Trix? Right then. Amazing. What's amazing, Eric? What have I missed? A conversation. If you edit the issue in Visual Studio Code, it has a resolve button that does the manual edits for you. Oh, really? Oh, in the online Visual Studio Code, you mean, Popey? If you edit the issue in VS Code, so you put that dev thing in there. Hello, drummer. Welcome to the stream. Yes, this is from Code Contributions to DuckDuckGo, I'll have you know. My daughter still has any VS Code. I'm interested to know exactly what that workflow is, Popey. That sounds very useful. So I think almost certainly none of these are gonna be trivially mergeable now. So Kali support, Kali being the distro, I know that there's some comments on that need resolving. Super productivity. So please rebase. And looks like Nathan has taken care of that. Is that no, still conflicting. I'm not going to pursue any more of these because I want to hop around some of the other projects. So, but Popey says, hang on. When you have a conflict, it has a little button to resolve it. Where? So in VS Code on my machine, or I'm not following. Open and then so Popey says open one in a minute. Okay. And just press the full stop button in GitHub. Okay, let's see if we let's see if you can guide me. So here's one that will not merge. Where do I need to go? The full stop button on your keyboard opens code. It does. Okay. So holy cow. Look at that. Today I learned. Okay. Right then. Okay. So now we're in this online version of VS Code and I should be able to see. So how do I... This all looks fine. Comment and submit. So okay. I this looks fine. So I just want to tell it, yeah, this is great. Please merge it. Wow, this is... I tell you what, if this works, we're going to be merging a ton of stuff. So what do I do now? I mean, there it is. That's fine. And then that looks correct. So the full stop button on your keyboard opens code. So now I'm stuck. Now I don't know what I'm supposed to do to actually merge this. Do I just comment and submit? Oh, approve and submit. Okay. Did that do anything though? I'm not sure. Not sure now what's happening. What am I? Approve and submit. This branch. Oh, has conflicts that must be resolved. Switch to a different branch. Okay. Is this going to show me what the conflicts are now? Okay. Well, I feel like there's something hidden here that I want, but I don't know how to get the desired outcome. So this is fine, but how do I comment and submit? So I have approved it already, I think. This branch has conflicts. Are you going to help me deal with that? The icons next to the files. Aha! Okay. Open a file. Markers viewed. Which icons next to the files? I mean, do I... Oh, that's just... No, that's not what I want. Markers viewed, markers viewed. Open file. Right click, open file, open modified, open original. No, I'm still not. Well, it's fine, Popey. I'm trying to learn. One of them is add. Is it? I'm not seeing anything here that says add. Open. Open. These maybe. Copy the commit hash. No. Well, I'm not seeing what I'm looking for. Or at the top maybe. Oh, okay. At the top, what, there's some way to add them to a commit. What's this? Refresh, view the pull request, open the pull request. What's this one? Toggle view mode, refresh, collapse all. I'm not seeing it. If it says M, you need to save. Okay. Save. Preview of README. I don't want the preview of README, do I? Okay, I'm gonna have to have a little play with this. I'm not getting out of that what I'm looking for, but it looks like it might be in there somewhere. Okay, so, but I did learn, pressing full stop, I can open up the whole thing in VS Code in the browser, which is kind of cool. So, project dependent, somebody says. Is this a comment on this? Hello, Tilt 3D, how you doing? I see DT did a video on deb-get. Yes, he did. In which he says new deb packages can only be contributed by somebody associated with a project's developers. No? Just a pull request will do. I think I know what you're referring to. We have some rules in deb-get, which actually were rules that kind of apply to sort of like the Snap Store to some extent in how approvals worked for, you know, verified publishers. So it's kind of inspired by that, and it was something I chatted to Popey about to sort of flesh this out. But it's just we're only going to accept packages that come from authoritative sources. So anyone can contribute the code to deb-get that adds whatever tabby is, for example, from Yannick, but the actual source of the tabby application has to be authoritatively from that project, that developer, that organization. So we're not just taking a random build of some software, we're only taking the upstream endorsed packaged stuff. I think hopefully that makes it clear what that's all about. Okay, yeah, well, it doesn't surprise me. He can misinterpret things. I think it's his MO. But hopefully that makes it clear. Right then, let's move on to another project. I think, Popey, you've given me something to go and learn there, though. Maybe other people here. So, Rolling Rhino. I'm thinking of making a change to this because there is now, I think, hopes that this is the correct domain. No, that's not the right domain. Let me just have a little look here. I've just disappeared off into another world. I might have to Google it. Let's come back here. Okay, let's Google it. There. Oh, it's raw.org. There we go. So, inspired by a conversation on the Ubuntu podcast eons ago, I made this shonky shell script to make transition an Ubuntu development install into a rolling Ubuntu. Now, as I hoped, it kind of nerd sniped some people into creating a proper Ubuntu remix, which is Rolling Rhino. So given that this is so actively maintained these days and has got distinctive features, I feel like this project has served its purpose. So I'm thinking what I'll do is submit a pull request to this. Oh, what's this pull request here? ZFS snapshot support. Yeah, that never actually got there, did it? Is submit a pull request to this to basically say, go and use this actual thing, which is the Rolling Rhino distribution, and then shutter this project and archive it. Can someone explain what a rolling release is? The TLDR is you install it once and it always stays up to date with the latest packages forever and for always into the future. That's kind of how it works. New packages just land and you just consume them. There's, constantly moving. Version upgrades all the time. All fresh bugs daily. Yes. Yes, Phil. Yeah, you get all of the new bugs and bug fixes first. So Argon 1. I don't think there's anything outstanding for this. This was a little side project for the Pi. Yeah, that was nothing there. OBS fully loaded. So again, this could be superseded by OBS Portable, but there are no outstanding pull requests here. So nothing to do for now. This one does have some pull requests. So let's accept some of these. So let's just take a look at what changed in this one. People fixing my broken words. So we'll accept that. And we will add some labels for documentation. Hacktoberfest accepted. And I think we can just rebase that one, can't we? Little trucker man consume packages is the perfect description of what our users do. Yeah, I mean it is. It's like, I must install all updates immediately. I mean, I don't know. People say, Ubuntu's old, but it's like, well, just stay on the interims, and it's not. It's like I'll be switching to 21.10 probably next week or the week after on my main machines. I think the one in the other office I've done already. So that's that one done. Let's see what else is here. It looks like there's another symbol fix, so let's get that in. Oh, nice. Another typo of mine being fixed, so let's get that one in as well. rebase and merge that one. And somebody fixed udev rules in one of these things, I believe. So no, well, this definitely. I mean, I wonder. I'll be interested to know if like a pull request that was submitted months ago that I've said is accepted will qualify or not. But this is a legitimate fix. And I am going to respin these images in a few days. I think that'll be a stream next week, actually. So let's labels, bug fix, and Hacktoberfest, and rebase and merge. What have we got? What's this? This GPD. Oh, really? Oh, it's got a new mouse. Oh, okay. Huh, okay. Well, there we go. That's cool. Thank you. That's an enhancement, isn't it? So they've obviously got a refreshed version of that device, which is interesting. Let's stick this under enhancement and Hacktoberfest, and rebase and merge that. So have I missed anything? Diogo's still using 1604 on a few machines. Yeah, well, I know it happens. I know the LTSs are really sticky. There are a couple of people in the Ubuntu Mate community that are die-hard on 1804. So what's this then? What's the difference with running? Yeah, update, upgrade. That doesn't move the version uplift the versions of the packages. All you're getting is bug fixes and security fixes when you do that, with the exception of a few things which are allowed to be uplifted to newer versions. But they're very few and far between. Respin to install. What's this? We got. If not that, then install that. Okay, I don't see why not. I don't see why not. We will call that a enhancement and Hacktoberfest. Rebase and merge. Well, it's kind of nice getting all of these little bits of housekeeping done. So I think some of these bug fixes, some of these that I think has been fixed by that other thing. So let's go and do that one. I need to review these on the actual hardware though. So over here we had that there. So that was 40. So we'll just do fixed by 40. There we go. Right, well I think that one's up to date as much as I can do there, so we'll close that down. I will write some work. I think I will shut a rolling rhino and we'll have this signposted as where to go. I think that's the sensible thing to do. Maybe I'll do that at the end if I've got some time. Well, Little Spy. There shouldn't be any outstanding things for this. I think I'm the only person. This is the game that I wrote. So if you want to go and play this game, you can run it in your browser right here, and you can get it from the Snap Store and various other places. But this is the game I made last year for the Game Jam. and expect to see more Godot on this here this here channel in the not too distant future, because I will be busting out Godot for some other projects in the not too distant future. In fact, probably not next week. In fact, I've got some holiday coming up, so probably maybe this month, but if not, in November. But I'm definitely going to be doing some Godot stuff. I've got a couple of game ideas that I want to develop, but I think first I'm going to do a lot of like demos to make sure that stuff I understand how to do things. So retro home, what have we got here? These are not complete yet, so nothing to do there. Ubuntu PyImage, there probably isn't anything. No, there's not. And Trackmania, there won't be anything for that. That was an experiment earlier in the year. Right, okay, so I think I'm caught up on everything there except for Rolling Rhino, which I might do something with. So now we'll head over to... although, Yannick, I did merge your thing, didn't I? I merged... Yeah, I got yours merged, okay. Godot is all the rage. Godot's ace. Although Popey, I see, is using gdevelop, and I did have an experiment with gdevelop about a month ago, maybe 5 weeks ago. My daughter and I are interested in making some games together, and she's really familiar with Scratch, but is making the transition to Python, and we were looking at like what we might use, and ultimately I've stuck with Godot because GDScript is very similar to Python, so that shouldn't throw her off too much. But there's lots of visual animation tools in Godot, so you don't have to write code to create particle effects and sprite animations and stuff. And she loves doing all of that, so I think that will be kind of good for her to be able to focus on graphics stuff, but still follow along with like the game logic. But yeah, I love Godot. It's fantastic. I need to take a look at Godot 4 and see how much of a change there is. But I'm using the current version of 3. Is it 3.51? And there's already a number of things back-ported from Godot 4. But the thing I'm really looking forward to is the tile set manager in Godot 4. So much better than Godot 3. Yeah, Godot's ace. There's a couple of really interesting use cases for it as well, because there's all of these modules now to integrate with Google Play and Steam and all that sort of stuff, and there's even WebSocket integration for OBS and a whole like Twitch integrations, ton of stuff. So I'm sort of thinking of making some simple games, but I'd like to sort of create some integrated sort of features, but I'm not sure what those are yet. But I've got an idea for a big game, but before I tackle a big game I want to experiment with some ideas. Right, let's hop over to QuickEmu. Right, Yannick, QuickEmu project, let's try that. There we go. So let's look at QuickEmu itself and the packaging. That shouldn't have anything in it. Quick GUI and the icons. So let's start here. 2 pull requests. Add Archcraft. What's this? This is a draft, so that's not ready yet. Archcraft. Let's have a look. Archcraft. I'm going to guess Archcraft is an I run Arch, by the way, distribution. Do you reckon? Well, I'm just going to have to assume that this is correct. So we'll say approve that. We will label that as a enhancement and Hacktoberfest, and we will rebase and merge that. SourceForge Retro. What's this? SourceForge. Yes, and Popey's been using gdevelop. I liked gdevelop. I think for my daughter coming from scratch, there was a lot more familiarity there because of that sort of event sheet system that gdevelop has. But Godot's visual tools are outstanding. I love it. With SourceForge, oh, for Archcraft, yeah.
Thank you for the follow, Daniel Stance 12.
Well, hello, Daniel. Welcome to the stream. Thanks very much for the follow. Right then, what's this? Download the latest ISO. You can't. It shows an error message not leading to the CDN. I tell you, it's amazing. One of the things I love about Linux is you code something once and it just runs forever. All those lighting effects, I made those in December last year, and I don't think until 2 days ago I'd streamed from here, and they still work. Although it's weird, sometimes I have OBS open here at home and I'm working on it, you know, tinkering, and somebody will randomly follow me. All of the lights start flashing in the whole room because it triggers the lighting effect for somebody's followed. So that surprises me just as much as Eric's triggering of the Git Kraken earlier in the stream did. Okay, well that's clearly a bug. Oh, why am I reviewing bugs? I'm not doing bugs at the moment. Although the Windows ones always bother me. Okay, that's fine. Anyway, we did do some releases of QuickEmu over the streaming hiatus. So yeah, the last one was 2 weeks ago. I'm trying to do a release every couple of weeks, so I'll probably do a QuickEmu and deb-get release next week probably. Windows 11. I quite like Windows 11. It's not awful. In fact, I found it useful the other day. I was tuning the power targets of the CPU in this workstation, and so I've got a Windows dual boot on here, really for flashing firmware on devices. But I used Ryzen Master to work out all the power targets, and then I was able to go into the BIOS and put all of my power target information in. So it was useful, but Windows 11 is not hideous. It's quite usable. Once you've got WSL and Ubuntu on there, you can get quite comfortable. I don't like it as much as Mac OS though. I still prefer that. So I think that's the merges there we do for QuickEmu. So Quick GUI. So Yannick, I noticed there was a number of these. So there's some translations. They're all translations. So what do you want to do about these, Yannick? Do you want to review those and deal with them yourself, or do you want me to merge them now? I don't want to tread on your turf, but let me know. Do you want me to do this now? All right, Yannick's going to take a look at those. So Yannick will have seen the process, so he knows what's involved. So we'll close that one. And then we've got the quick icon stuff, and there are no outstanding pull requests for that. So that's done there. Okay, and there won't be any packaging merge requests. Although, Yannick, can I ask, can I request that you drop your packaging for Quick GUI in here, so that that's all in one spot? Because if you do a pull request for that, you'll get another Hacktoberfest token. So that's that. So let's go and have a look if there's anything in the Ubuntu Mate projects that is outstanding. So Ubuntu Mate, I think Ubuntu Mate 22.10 is done, other than one bug that I landed just after the beta came out, which is in now. I think Ubuntu Mate 22.10 I'm not touching for how many days is it? Another 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. So Ubuntu. Oh gosh, what did I just do there? I did something strange in OBS. Right. Okay, so Frank has pushed this stuff directly. So that is the only thing we need to do is to update the Ubuntu Mate welcome with the new software listings. So that is something I won't be doing today. But there's no outstanding PRs there. Mate doc applet is basically out of maintenance now, but here we go. We got a couple of pull requests though. Well, here we go. Let's have a look then. Fixing bugs. Awesome. Right then, maybe I could squeeze these into 2210. So what have we got here? We've got remove that and oh, this is much more robust. Okay. Yeah, we need to do away with that as well, because that's from the old GTK2 days. It's not, but it's better than what's there, Graham. This is something we inherited, and it's not the best at all. But we will take anything that improves the situation. Oh, damn it! Oh, hang on a minute. There's no. Huh. Oh wow. Okay. Oh, because this was a project that was what's the word? We changed ownership. I took ownership of it. So this is missing all of the usual stuff. Okay. Let me just go and check something. So we're going to go over to Hacktoberfest. There we go. We're going to do this. One of their accent colours is that green. You can see that, right? So we'll just pick that up in the colour picker. And we will add a new label. I'm gonna have to double check that all of the. I'm sure I checked. Hacktoberfest accepted. Right then. I downloaded the little Hacktoberfest press kit thing, and it's got like these accent colours. Oh, have you spotted an actual problem with that code? Oh well, I will review it properly, because I always test them before I release them. So if I spot any problems, I'll remedy that. So I'm going to go back to the last one we closed. We'll just set that as Hacktoberfest accepted. And what is it you were saying, Graham? Let me just take a look. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I will give that a test. Well, I'll rebuild the app and test it and stuff. So what's this? The behavior tab. Okay. Okay, that's... So it got the same string. It has. Okay, so all the translation strings will be fine. Let's just do that. And label it enhancement and Hacktoberfest accepted. Right then. Now, I'm a bit curious as to why there's so many things wrong with this. This isn't properly maintained, this bit of software. You need to think about its future. Not today, however. So, yeah, Graham's making good points here. Here we go. Yeah. Mask bugs that you didn't know were there, exactly. Yes, I see the point you're making. I will take a look at that. Like I say, this app is, don't look too carefully. It was created by somebody who was very enthusiastic, but they were learning as they went, and yeah, it's chock full of bugs. Chock full of, which is why I don't ship it by default anymore, because it was more trouble than it was worth. I looked at rewriting it and it was just a ton of work I didn't have time for. So it's still installable, but it isn't shipped by default. Right then, I'm a bit confused why I didn't see all of the issue stuff. They're I'm now wondering if all of these things are missing. So we've got some pull requests here. None of these have got... Huh, okay. Well, I need to make sure that all of the Ubuntu Mate project has Hacktoberfest in its stuff, because I've clearly overlooked that. So maybe that is a topic I can do when I review all of the stuff in the Ubuntu Mate. So I think I'll do a separate Ubuntu Mate stream of adding all the necessary tags and topics to the projects and reviewing everything, rather than doing piecemeal, because there's quite a lot of projects in here. So I won't do that now. But what I think I will do is take a look at Rolling Rhino here. So, oh, there's a pull request for it as well. Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, we're not doing that. So I wonder if this has changed, because I did do one earlier. Is it going to score one? Not yet. No. Wait. Oh, here we go. There we go. So it knows that I did something, but it isn't dealt with. So who was it that was? I think it was Danny. That was a pull request I made to my own project using the appropriate tags, and it's been counted. So for any of you that are active on some of these projects, have you now got pending things in your Hacktoberfest profile? I think Yannick, you should have one. I don't know that anyone else is here. So let's have a little think about this. Not yet. Okay. look at the text below, it says that the maintainer activity... Oh, okay. Does it? Not seeing what you'd expect. We calculate this after. Okay, so profiles updates once every 15 minutes. Okay. Okay, so you think that that's going to get rejected because I am the maintainer. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, well spotted, Big Pod. That's a shame. I'm pretty sure last year, mind you, what was I contributing to? I'll have to go back and look, but it wasn't just my own stuff. I think it was more, wasn't it? 9. Didn't we have to get 9 last year? Right. Let's just have a quick look over here. Okay. Just checking some stuff. Crikey, so much. Okay. So a little bit later on, we will go raiding. Not going to do that yet, because I'm going to do this rolling rhino thing. But a little bit later on, we're going to go raiding. If anyone's got suggestions for where we can go raiding, let me know. Because this is a different time of day to when I usually stream, and I'm not familiar with
Thank you
all
for
the
the
moves
follow,
and shakers.
Mirage2600.
Thank you, Mirage. Thank you very much for the follow, and welcome to the stream. So yeah, I can see our Portuguese friends are doing Rust. And they've been very accommodating, but I do feel bad when we raid their channel and interrupt all of their Portuguese flow with a load of English speakers. They don't seem to mind, but I don't feel great about doing it. Right, let's see, what words can we pull out of here? So let's go and bring up this and open Rolling Rhino repo. If you're wondering what that was, I've just moved my mouse over the chat and it makes the chat fade out. This is so if I ever need to make anything full screen and I move the mouse over those areas of the screen, it hides things just as it does up here. So if I go over the stats at the top, it hides the stats. Okay, so Yannick says all of those PRs for quick GUI have problems. Well, at least you've told them. At least they know. Right then, let's go and have a look at Rolling Rhino. So it looks like there's newer stuff upstream, so let's do that. And let's create a new branch. I can't see it for looking. Why can't I see it? Actually, why can't I see it? There it is, create a branch here. So that will be the branch. We'll go over here. Hello, Paddy. How you doing? Good to see you too. Welcome back. Thank you, Graham. Graham's doing a more thorough code review than I just did. Thank you. I appreciate your assistance. Right then. That's the OBS Studio portable thing. So let's go. Oops. Rolling Rhino. How am I going to do this? I want to preserve this bit of text, but maybe let's just remind ourselves what that README looks like. Yeah, I think if we drop the text in at the very top here, we'll do that. So we'll do this. I'm not sure what to call that title yet. So we'll just put something in here to direct people at the other place, and then I think we'll update the project itself with the URLs to their project. So this project has served its purpose. It inspired another group of developers to create a fully fledged Ubuntu rolling Rhino distro. Let's make that bold, and we'll insert our first link to their project. And I've already forgotten the URL. Was it just rollingrhino.org? I think it was, wasn't it? I just better double check that. So, okay. How we got? Hello, game. So Gamer JM. Hello, welcome to the stream. Do files get corrupt if a PC turns off by a power outage? It can happen. Are you asking this from a Linux point of view or just generally computers? It does depend, as Graham says. So. Graham says it depends. I had a pretty catastrophic, let's call it outage with a disk the other day. So most of us who are here running Linux, I'm running an Ubuntu, and my home directory uses the XFS file system. And due to hitting a thermal limit, that SSD shut down. So it was as if the thing got yanked from the system while it was running. And it was fully recovered using the file system recovery utilities. I didn't lose any data, so you know, XFS is amazing. Graham, if you how did it get so hot? I was building OBS Studio 14 times in 7 different containers on the same single SSD, an NVMe SSD, which is also sat underneath the GPU. So that's how it got so hot. a mistake what I made, but yes, it was a rather exciting watch. Just the system implode on itself. It got very confused. In fact, it wasn't my home directory, it was the root file system. The root file system disk that went. It's the root file system that I had an overlay mount into my home directory where I keep my builds, because I've got I think a 1 terabyte drive for the root, which is way too much. So I use part of it as my builds directory where all of my containers live for running builds. Yes, ZFS is good. I used to use ZFS quite extensively in the data center, but I've always been cautious about using it at home because I've never had servers with sufficient, not just sort of ECC memory, but quantity of memory in the home servers. Right, where were we? I was writing some nice words about the rolling Rhino. In fact, I'll tell you what, let's make all of this text bold. So So really, this project has served its purpose. It inspired another group of developers to create a fully fledged Ubuntu. Therefore, this project is concluded. And we'll put that same text in here. There we go. Okay. Does that? I think that does a good job. There we go. That should cover all of that. So Big Pod's got some feedback. My beast is doing some rather insane crap on the SSD, and it's under the 3060 Ti. Yeah. And it never gets that hot. So, in fact, since the stream the other day, so this is what Big Pod was saying. Those of you that have been around this stream for a while will remember that I had some real thermal challenges during the hot spell in the UK. Had the PC in the other office thermal shut down, I think twice whilst I was doing a stream. Not the same stream, twice during that hot spell. And I had a significant outage in this machine because the cooling just couldn't cope with the ambient temperature in the room. And that's sort of been carrying on. And anyway, I've had a little downgrade stroke and upgrade in this system. So Big Pod, I'll come back to this because it references the question you asked a couple of days ago about if I was still using that T600. And today I can tell you, no, I'm not. But I'll show you what I'm doing in just a little bit. Because I was talking about that SSD being under the GPU and it was under the 6900 XT. So, hello, Felipe. That's a good chat command. I don't have that one, but I do have this, which I can use to answer your question. So, there you go. That's what I'm using. I'm the developer for Ubuntu Mate, so that's what I'm using. Thank you for stopping by. Welcome to the stream. Are you a Linux user or not? It doesn't matter if you're not. Most of us here are Linux nerds. Right, so we were just putting this in here. So I think that says what I want to say. It points people at the right place. So let's just have a look at the preview of this. I think I'll keep all of that in bold. Maybe I'll quote. Maybe we should quote it. Would that help? That gives it a bit more emphasis, doesn't it? Maybe we'll do the same here as well. There we go. That gives it just a bit more catch your eye, make people see it. There we go. Right, good. Let's commit that. So you're Linux and OS 10, and you do mobile development. Cool. Hello, Gary. How you doing? So I did a shout out to your channel at the beginning because I was just reminding people, but we're going to do this, right? So my friend Gary has just turned up. Gary is a co-host on a podcast that we do. So there you go. There's Gary's Twitch channel, and there's the podcast that we do. And Gary is a Debian user, long-time Linux user and developer, and the lead maintainer of Pigeon, the instant messenger. Right then, let's get this pushed up. Right then, let's go for this. It's not gonna take that. There we go. Commit that change. Submit this as a pull request. Pardon me. Okay, let's get that in there. Master. Good. So we're going to close down my shonky shell script because a proper Linux distribution exists. What it inspired, which is always better. I've done the wrong thing. I want to go over here, don't I? Come on, brain. There, that's the one I want. I've got too many windows open now. It's getting complicated. So we'll go here. We'll change all of this. We'll get rid of that. Actually, Control Z, we can keep that. But we'll now put the Rolling Rhino website in here. I think that's it. Let's not guess. Let's just copy it. There we go. Save those changes and we'll review that. What a faff. This is me being well behaved, not pushing code directly. Why won't it let me approve this? Oh, how did I do that? Okay, I'm gonna have to YOLO it, aren't I? Right, let's just rebase and merge. Right, delete the branch. And I think I might archive this project now. Clearly Hacktober label time. Oh yeah. I forgot to do that, didn't I? I'll be interested. I'm going to do this for science as well because I'm interested to see if this is actually going to accept these maintainer contributed stuff to your own project. I suppose it defeats the point of the event. Right then, let's do that, and let's just check that README looks sensible. It does, and we will now archive this, which, gosh, where does that live these days? Is it in this piece? Check, transfer, archive. There we go. And there it is. One archived project. And now referencing this place here. So if you, Yannick, if you've not experienced a rolling thing, then I don't think this is this not in QuickEmu. I don't think it is it? Let's just have a quick look. I don't think it is. Oh, I've done that again. Go away. Let's just close a few random things I don't need, like this. Right, let's go to... okay. Thanks, Andy Hazen. Yeah, this is from a long time ago. In fact, I've got a feeling that I may have added some UB ports related integrations to DuckDuckGo, which is what got me this t-shirt. If I just do quick-mu, no, quick-get, that's what I want to check. I don't think it's in there, is it? No, it's not. Okay, so there we go. We should probably add that as well to sort of, you know, complete the circle of life. Hey, Danny. Right, okay. Right, I think I'm done with that. So let's have a look. We've been through everything except for the Ubuntu Mate stuff, which I'll go through on another occasion because I need to enable some labels and things in that project, which I'll go through. We've looked at all of this, so we don't need this website open anymore. What's their download procedure? Well, okay, it's Google Drive. That could be archive.org. Could be challenging, that one. Okay, and let's just refresh this and see how quickly. Every 15 minutes it said. I think I've only done 2, and one of them was literally moments ago. Yeah, so it only sees one of them. Seven days. Okay, so this is why it's good to start this process. I seem to remember that when we finished Hacktoberfest last year, we were accepting things on the last days of October, and then there was like this week's sort of wash up period where, you know, all of the stuff was being checked. Oh, what's this Danny's doing? This sounds interesting. I'm working on GitHub, I guess, action workflows to publish releases for OBS Portable. So, because all of the scripts are there, right, in the repo. So I will be very interested to see that. Thank you for working on that. I will be fascinated to see what you create. Is this going to cost me £1 million in GitHub credits for it to work? Because, like I say, I mean, the one way you could constrain it is the OBS 26 and 27 builds. I don't intend to sort of change. They're kind of like frozen. So unless there's some serious bug, I won't be recreating those ones regularly. So maybe only OBS 28 is necessary. Let me know your thoughts, but I appreciate you working on that. That's a really cool idea. GitHub, yeah, that could be a nice way of saying thank you to a code contributor, a GitHub. Ah, okay, interesting. I did not know that, Danny. So I need to spend some time actually like digging into GitHub's platform more carefully. So Danny says it's no concern because there's as an open source repo, there's no limit on the credits. Awesome, that's amazing. Should be free. Yeah, Okay. Yeah. Free hugs. Yeah, well, there we go. Maybe there's a project there for our community to work on. Git hug or git.hug. I mean, I wonder if that exists. Is there a hug TLD? I don't know if there is. No, doesn't look like it. I'm sure we can figure out Graham's already checked. Thanks for the offer of free compute as well, Big Pod. I don't need it at the moment, but I do desperately want to. I did have aspirations of doing this sort of at some point this year, but this year's running out of time. Is really going through every project of mine and making sure I'm making the most of what GitHub can do to automate the, whatever could be automated to, factor out the human bit. We could create a .hub to it's hug Gary. 11 grand to create a TLD. Is that what it costs? That seems strangely low barrier to entry, I think. Hug, yeah. Yeah. 11k for something else. A quick hug. Well, there we go. There aren't enough hugs in the world. We could definitely do something about that. Right, one project shuttered. Lots of PRs merged. Hopefully, maybe some of you have got your stuff merged in. So, did anyone see anyone streaming who looks interesting? Gary, are you going to be streaming this evening? Because if you are, start one now. We'll raid you. If not, I'm looking for suggestions because I don't usually stream this time of day, so I'm looking for people doing interesting things. Although I am going to do a few more evening streams. I think I'm going to be doing at least 1 or 2 a week to complement the morning ones. Still nothing on Yannick's thing at the moment. That's a shame. So, Space Drive. There's all sorts of interesting stuff. Loads of game development. I won't feel too bad about rolling into a game developer when I start doing some more Godot stuff, but I feel like I need to find something more. Maybe I should go and see it. Our friends, they are still there. I'm gonna go and raid these guys. They have always been very accommodating, so let's do this. Oh, and here we go. Gary's got another suggestion as well. So let me just try some things out here, because that's a new channel to me. Oh. Okay, right. Okay, let's go with Gary's suggestion. In which case, copy that, close that. Okay, so we're going to go. Right then, thank you all for coming, and I will see you soon. I'm going to be streaming on the Slim DevOps channel tomorrow, so over here, in fact, we'll do a little shout out to that. So it's Slim DevOps. We're going to be streaming there tomorrow, and we're going to be looking at building a website or a personal blog using Astro and deploying really small manageable containers of your website or personal blog. So if that's something you're interested in, then get following at Slim DevOps. We'll be doing that at 7:30 p.m. UK time, 2:30 p.m. Eastern time in the US. And there's a Git Kraken. There's a Git Kraken. So let's hit the magic raid button. It's revving up the raidometer. So thank you all for coming. we will. I will see you soon, hopefully. So bye bye for now. Let's go and see this unpronounceable channel, CM Griffin.
Hey, what's up, Wimpy's World? How you doing? What are you up to?